Max Kepler over Bryan Reynolds? Are we living in a world where that could be the better option? You guys let me know what you think down in the comments. Also, for whatever reason you're not subscribed but you love the Yankees and you want to be kept up to date throughout the offseason and beyond, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. We're now on the road to 9,000. Thank you guys so much for 8,000. It means the world to me. Now we're on the road to 9. Can't believe that. So thank you guys so much. Like I said, it means a lot. So, Max Kepler over Bryan Reynolds. Who the heck thought of this? Why am I even saying it? Well, I came across a pretty fun article this morning. If you want to check that out, I'll leave it in the description. I came across a really fun article and made a lot of great points as to why Max Kepler could be the better option over Bryan Reynolds. Now, Bryan Reynolds and Kepler, when you look at the basic MLB stats, right? Bryan Reynolds far and away the better ball player than Max Kepler. 26 home runs last year, almost a 270 batting average, OPS over 800. The final 2 months of the season, actually, Bryan Reynolds performed very well. So he finished out the year very, very good, very strong. Max Kepler just throughout the whole year was playing poor baseball. 9 home runs, 666 OPS. Maybe you don't want him because of that, because you know why. And an OPS plus of a 93. So when you're looking at all these numbers, these basic numbers, you're like, wow. Max Kepler, what are you talking about? The guy stinks. He's a schmuck. He's a schlep. He's a schmo. Whatever you want to say about him, you could say. But his numbers just don't pass the eye test. Well, if you want to break it down even further, go on baseballsavant.com. The MLB percentile rankings will tell you all. Tell you all you need to know. And according to these, Max Kepler is the better ball player somehow than Bryan Reynolds. Now, you could say analytics, schmanalytics, nobody likes it. It stinks. It can't tell a ball player, can't measure heart. You could say all that. But when we really break it down, not saying Max Kepler is comparable to Bryan Reynolds because he's not. But the amount of sheer potential that Max Kepler has is mind-boggling. Max Kepler as a whole is a friggin' enigma. He's a big mystery. He confuses the crap out of me, and he should confuse the crap out of you. Max Kepler, though, according to this article, this guy made some great points. According to this article, Max Kepler, the shift took away 10 hits from Max Kepler. With the shift out of this scenario for next season, and if you give Kepler those 10 hits back, his average goes from 220 to 250. That's a 30-point jump. And then his on-base percentage also makes a 30-point jump. And then if you want to factor in, too, that he can be playing at Yankee Stadium in 2023, left-handed bat, more power, and his strikeout percentage, the guy doesn't really strike out all that much, if at all. He's no Bryan Reynolds. But when you really break it down, if this kid could figure it out, he was shifted against 90% of the time. The shift really annihilated him. And I know some of you might say, everybody's saying the same thing about Joey Gallo. He was shifted against a bunch. Listen, when it comes to that, when it comes to a guy who just strikes out, I believe he struck out 34% of the time or 39% of the time, Joey Gallo last year. Absolutely crazy. When you strike out that much, it doesn't matter if the shift is against you or not. You stink. You stink. You have to put the bat on the ball first. And then we can start talking about if the shift is hurting you. Max Kepler, he puts the bat on the ball. He puts the bat on the ball. So, listen, I'm not saying he's going to be an MVP if we get him and if the shift is gone, but he's a lot better of an option than what we all think. He really is. So, listen, we need a left fielder. He's not going to he probably won't cost as much. Well, I mean, he won't cost as much. What am I talking about? He's not going to cost as much as Bryan Reynolds. Not even close to as much as Bryan Reynolds. So when you put all that in, it's like, let's take a shot. Let's see what we can get. Now all this stuff could work towards the Twins' advantage too. They might want to squeeze the orange for all the juice that it has. Max Kepler being the orange. They want to squeeze for all the juice, all the value that he could possibly bring to their team through a trade. And they're going to want as much as they feel that they need and that they want. But listen, Max Kepler, my point is this. If Bryan Reynolds truly, if he's going to cost you an arm and a leg and a nose and an ear and an eyeball and a foot, if he's going to cost you all that, why don't you call the Twins, which the Yankees probably have done already, call the Twins and say, hey, how can we get a Max Kepler deal done without us trading away many important prospects? Which you really can't say that for the Yankees, but you just call the Twins and ask what they want. And if you could get a deal done for Kepler, I think the ceiling, at least on this guy, is very high. Personally, I feel that way. Listen, if we get Bryan Reynolds for a reasonable price, I'm going to get Bryan Reynolds. But I'm just saying, Max Kepler, he's not going to cost nearly as much as Reynolds. And left-handed bat. And you could possibly have him for 2 years. He's got, I believe, a team option after next season. So you could potentially have him for 2 years. Listen, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Let me know if you think I'm friggin' nuts, if I'm a Looney Tune or a buffoon. Let me know what y'all think. Thank you guys so much for watching. We have channel memberships down in the description if that interests you. Max Kepler over Bryan Reynolds. Not as crazy as you guys might think it is, but maybe it is. Who knows? All right, guys. Thank you for watching. This is Joe. Until next time, signing out.